Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Condotierre is an area control game that was put out by Fantasy Flight Games. I had what I believe is the Silver Line, little small box version of this, and it was a game that I thought was okay. It was a better game than perhaps what would work with my gaming group or the kind of games that we like. First of all, it's an area control game, and I know I kind of feel like I go on and on about this, but area control games are probably not my favorite type of game. I always think I'm going to like them so much, and I really want to like them, and then I play them, and I don't. And I don't really know why they don't click as well with me, so I'm very particular about the ones that I keep, and normally I need another mechanism. This game is an area control game at its heart, and that's what you're going to be doing for the majority of the game. The theme of the game isn't something that necessarily speaks to me. This medieval thing that's going on of area control. I like things more like Mobsters, like the Godfather game, where you're taking over areas of the board, but there's a little bit different of a theme. So this thing totally did not speak to me. If it speaks to you, I think it would go up a little bit in your mind than perhaps what I saw when I was playing it. At its heart, this is a hand management game also, which I do tend to like. But you have a random draw of 10 cards, and those cards don't really work for you. You need to burn them and utilize them and use them to the best of your ability. That does lend me to think, and some people have argued against this, that if you have a better random hand of 10 and we're equal playing at the same skill level, then you'll probably beat me just based on the random cards you were assigned. I don't know if that is true. It feels like it's true, and sometimes that's enough in a game that it just feels like that. I feel like if I had a better card, or that card I needed to do what I want to do, be able to accomplish what I want to accomplish, I would do a lot better than dealing with this. And so what you'll end up doing is burning through a lot of cards, and I guess that's just a little bit of strategic play that you're utilizing. Some of the pluses about this game is that it is portable. It's a very solid game. In this day and age, with so many games available, solid just isn't enough. Now, this game has a lot of fans for it, and there are a lot of people who speak highly of it, although I never see too many people actually playing it. You always have that one guy who's like, yeah, I play it all the time. But do you? You know, maybe you do, but just not a lot of people that do. It's one of those games that might be in the past. I think there was a re-release of this. I didn't really hold a splash. I didn't even know it was re-released. I'm not even 100% sure that's true, but I think that there was. The rules are super clear. The components are kept small and portable. These are big pluses to the game. You can read the rules about 10 or 15 minutes and be up and rolling, and that will be appealing to some. For most, I'm going to say if you want a basic, small, portable, and likely very cheap area control game with some hand management, then this is something you should take a strong look at. If you're looking at something a little bit more thematic or a theme that, you know, perhaps would be a different theme if you don't enjoy this one like myself, then I think that this may not be for you. So this is one I would say, look, you're going to look at this and know whether you like it or not. It's a very solid, very good game, and you're going to know if it works for you. For me, it didn't, and it is a purge. So here's Condotierre, which is a Fantasy Flight Silverline edition. It's going to come in these short, skinny little boxes, but it's going to be packed full of goodness. So when you open it up, you're going to see the rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. You're going to have a smaller board that kind of comes out. Now mine doesn't sit exactly flat, but I try. You're going to get a set of 110 cards that will all be shuffled together. Underneath here, you can see the slip. It's a one time that actually everything fits in the box pretty good. I have my cubes and my little wooden tokens here that we'll utilize during gameplay. Small box. Everything is really well made. It's just wooden cubes. I think this is produced nowadays. You would get other little things, maybe some miniatures involved. But for a little small area control game, the components are fantastic. So here's the rule book, which is the front box art without color. Going to open it up, have an intro up to the world, and kind of starting in the picture of all the components. That's very wonderful. Then you're going to have how a game round works and how to start the game, which is just the setup. Then play a card or pass. That's pretty much the game. And then how you conclude the battles. Then it's going to have a description of each of the cards and how they work. It's going to be the majority of the complication of the game. Rulebook does a really good job. You can make deals between people, winning the game or breaking ties. Then you have a whole bunch of variants in the back. Like they couldn't make up their mind how they wanted to play. I'll go over those really quickly at the end. But the rulebook is really good. And if Fantasy Flight ever scares you away with their rulebooks, this is one to not be afraid of. Setting up the game is easy. Everybody's going to get cubes of their color, 10 cards from the deck. The board will be set out, and whoever first player is will put this guy out anywhere they want, and this will be the first area that you will compete for. Now, the game will normally be played with 4, 5, or 6 players, and you win the game if you control 5 areas on the board, or you can win the game by getting 3 adjacent areas. So those are the 2 ways to win. 5 anywhere or 3 adjacent. On a turn, you can play a card or pass. If you pass, you're not out of the round. But if you pass, your score will still continue for the round, but you will no longer be able to play any more cards. These are mercenary cards. They're worth the value that are printed on them. If I played these 2 cards, it would be worth 6 points total. This is a winter card. If this is played down, then all cards are worth 1 point. So this would be worth 6 points until the winter card is played, and now this is worth 2 points. This is a spring card. When this is played, you will discard all winter cards in play, and the spring card will stay in play. Now, you also gain 3 additional strength for the highest cards. In this case, this will now be worth 6 again, and this card right here will be worth 8 with the added 3. So 6, 7, 8, 9 would be the score for this at this time. If the bishop is played, the highest card in play for all of the players will be discarded. So this card will be discarded. Now what I have was only worth 1. Of course, I would never play it against myself. And then I will receive the Pope. I can place the Pope anywhere on the board over here, and that means that that place cannot be battled over at this time until it's moved again. So that will be how you will block somebody on the board. Let's say they were having these 2 areas and they needed this area to win. You can easily block it by putting the Pope there. I'm going to put this card back out just for our examples. The courtesan is worth 1 point at the end of the game. It's not considered a mercenary card, so it's not taken out when you play a winter card. What she will allow you to do is usually whoever wins the battle will get to place the next area to battle over. Whoever has the most courtesans at the end of the round will get to place this instead if one is played. The drummer boy, when played, if he's still there when you do the conclude battle, he will double all mercenary cards. Once again, does not include the courtesan because it's not a mercenary. So this will be 5 plus 5 is 10. 1 plus 1 is 2. So these 2 cards will be worth 12. Plus 1 is 13. Plus 3 for the spring will give me 16. You also have the heroine, who is a 10. She is not a mercenary, so she is not affected by the winter card or any other card. So she is perhaps the most powerful card in the game. The scarecrow card that you would have when this is played, if you feel like you're not winning, you can pick a card up and put it back in your hand for later use. I don't want to waste this card because it's a really good card. I'm going to lose anyway, or maybe don't want this area anymore. So I will utilize the scarecrow card to pick this back up. This also is used for bluffing purposes, where I played this to get people to play higher cards and take it right back with a scarecrow card. The last card that can be played is a surrender card. When this is played, the round immediately ends. You count up who has the most points. Whoever has the highest battle score will win the area and get to put out one of their cubes. Once again, 5 cubes on the board or 3 that are adjacent, and you win the game. Who should buy this game? I think you're going to have to like the medieval theme, area control, and hand management. If those 3 things click the box for you and you want something portable, I think that this game will work for you. Now, if any one of those do not work for you, I would say steer clear of this game because there are other options on the board. You do have random draws. It's really, what do I do with these cards that are in my hand, and how can I best utilize my plans? By doing that, you will control areas and score victory points. I think that's a good way to explain this game to somebody. Now, if that sounds like something that would hit for you, then this is the game for you. I would say I would keep this up for older gamers. If there's anything, nasty in it, or if there was anything too hard to complex, but I think that you're going to need somebody at the same skill level in order to enjoy this one. So for me, it's going to be a Purge. It's something that didn't hit for us, but one I think may hit for a lot of gamers out there. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel, lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else, keep playing games.